Hey everyone, this is Professor E, and again we are going to continue our discussion about Microsoft's applications. Um, this is part two of Microsoft's PowerPoint. In the first part, we talked about the basic features in Microsoft PowerPoint, such as how to insert slides, how to choose different layouts, how to insert shapes, how to make changes, how to use transitions and animations. So in this lecture, we are going to talk about how to insert tables and charts. So this is some of the most frequently components of Microsoft applications. So we're going to learn how to do that. So as you can see, Microsoft PowerPoint is already open. And by default, you have this layout. I'm going to change this layout to title only. So it gives me space for title and then the entire space for me to use. So I'm going to insert a table. I'm just going to use an example of the, let's say I want to show the foreign languages that are recommended for English speaking people. So I'm going to put here recommended languages for English speakers. For English speakers. So I'm going to center the title, and then I'm going to insert the table. Very simple, insert table, just like in Microsoft Word. And then you specify the number of columns. You don't have to be specific. You can add more. So here I have 2 by 5. As you can see, it's not well placed. So I'm going to move it a little down. Okay. So now I have the rank of the language, how important it is, and then the language. And then you can center it. So center the rank and the language. Of course, the importance of language depends on which area of United States are we referring to, what are the criteria based on economic impact, is it because or based on how the number of people speaking the language and stuff like that. So this is just like a random, not a random, but it's based on statistics, but it may be different from, from one stats to other. So for this one, the number one is Japanese. Number 2 and 3, almost the same, is French and Spanish. Number 4, we have German. The number 5, we have Chinese. As you can see, I'm out of rows. So how can I add more? Different ways. The easy way, while you are placing the cursor in the last cell, just hit the tab key, and then you can add as many as you want. Okay. So number 6 is Russian. Number 7, Arabic. There's a different way to add. Also, if you either select the row, or you can just put the cursor anywhere in that row, and then you can go to table layout, and then you can insert. You can see right here, insert below, and then you can add as many as you want. So this is also a different way. Number 8, we have Portuguese. And then number 9 and 10 is Italian and Korean. Okay, so that's how. Now, what about if I want to insert another column? Simple. You select, can you select when you select the column? Then, see here, you select the column and then you go to, okay, let me just select this. So you select the column and then you go to table layout and you can insert from the right, as you can see right here, or to the left, depending how you want it. Okay. You can also change the table design. As you can see, we have a variety of options here, light, medium. So you can choose anyone. I like this one. say the ranking. Now, what about if I want to merge two cells? So let's say, for example, here I have international, and then here we have business, and I want to merge them. So either place the cursor anywhere in that row, or you can just select, you select that row, then you go to the same place, table layout, and then merge cell. See? So that's gonna combine them, and then you can always center. Okay? If you want to delete altogether, either place the cursor or select, and then go and delete. So here you have to specify you want to delete the column or the row. So I just want to delete the row, and then it's gone. Okay? Now next, how do we insert chart? Chart is also one of the components, important components when you are giving a presentation, because it helps you share your information in an attractive way, and also in a way that the audience can find it easy to understand. So you go to insert, and then you go to, okay, first I need to insert a new slide. So I'm going to put new slide. I'm going to choose the same layout, title only. And then I want, let's say, exchange rate, dollar versus yen, for example. Okay. So I'm going to center this. Now to insert the chart, I have the numbers, by the way, I have them in Excel. So I have the, as you can see, the years from 1991 all the way to 2000, just an example. And then the exchange rate between dollar and the Japanese yen. So I'm going to go to inserts, and then you go to charts. Of course, you have a variety of charts. Now, since we're talking about exchange rate, the most frequently type of chart used is the line chart, because it shows you the trend, the fluctuations up and down. So I'm going to choose line. And even within the line chart, you have a variety of choices. I like the one with markers. Okay. So I'm going to click OK. So as you can see right here, that's an example. Of course, we need to put our own data. This is just like a random data. And then we have the spreadsheet here. We can make it bigger. Now we're going to put the years here. So we're going to put 1991, 1992. Now we're going to keep going until 2000. So the easy way is just select the first two to tell the program how we should increase. And then you go, and then can you see right here? Once you get this black plus sign, and then drag it down. Okay. So you select only two, and then and go all the way down to 2000. And then for here, I'm gonna just copy it from my spreadsheet. So I'm gonna select from here all the way down. So copy, then go back to my PowerPoint, and then just paste it in here. Okay. Now I'm going to double click to show the whole thing. Now I don't need column C and D. So the easy way is just select them and just right click and then delete them. So I'm going to do it again. So right click and then delete. Okay, now this is my data here. I can just close this, and it's going to show me my chart in here. Of course, I have to make some cleanup here. I don't need that title because I already have mine. And then just move the chart a little bit to the left or a little bit down. Okay, now I can just like there's a lot of space here. I don't really need it. So what I'm gonna do, I don't want the minimum to be 0, maybe like 80 or 90. So I can take full advantage of this space. So I'm gonna select these numbers, which is the vertical axis, and then the right click, and then format axis, Can you see the minimum here is 0? So I'm going to change it to 90 because there is nothing less than 90. And then hit the enter key. See, the line looks much better. For the title, maybe I'm going to move it a little up so I can put the chart in the right place. Okay. Now for this one, you can change, like you can change the, you can see right here, you can choose any type you like. Or you can just go right here and then make the changes yourself. You can either change the line, for example, the line you can make it thicker if you want to, and also the markers, which is dots that you have, the data point. You can also change them, change the color, and then also how big or thick it is. So there's a lot of choices. And also you can also change like how big the numbers look. So here, and then you can pick whatever like here. Okay. Okay, you can have also the grid lines here. So there's a lot of things you can change here. Okay, now let's add another line chart, like the pie chart. So I'm going to insert a new one. And then this is for the types of business or businesses. What type of business you can create. Okay, so the same things. I'm going to go insert, charts, and I'm going to choose this time pie chart because pie chart shows me the percentage, how much out of the whole thing each component is. So you can pick anything you want. So there's different types. I'm going to choose this one, like 3D, and click OK. So that's going to open up this. And then I can use, so we have like three major types of businesses. We have either the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship basically is when a business is owned by one person. There's no distinction between the business and the personal asset. It's the same thing. And then we have the second one, which is partnership, like when two or more people are, you know, they get together and they form a business. They start a business. And the third one, big corporations. So corporations. So these are the main ones. So I'm going to change the title to types of businesses. Now, how much, like let's say in US, sole proprietorship, or you can call them individual businesses. So according to stats, it's 0.71, 71% of the businesses are of this type. Partnership, when two, there are not that many, because there's a lot of issues. Like when you have two or three people forming a business, there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of issues that may come up. So we have only 0.09, that's 9% of the total. And corporation, that's the big companies. So this is 20%, which is 0.2. Okay. And then I don't need this. I'm going to delete that. Right click and delete that. So, okay. So I have my data. So I'm going to close this. And as you can see, it's going to show me in here. I don't need this little title. And then I can move my okay, and the title should be up. Now this one does not show me that much, so I can just select and then go to chart design. And as you can see, you can select the type that you like. See here, it shows the percent. I like this one because it shows the percentages, and also it shows me what each color means. So the blue is sole proprietorship, 71%. And then the green one is corporation, 20%, and 9%, which is the orange, is partnership. Okay. So this is how you insert charts and tables in Microsoft PowerPoint. I hope you find it useful. Thank you.